JJ, 104.4 WAED, sports people actually care about. Today we have three main sports topics to talk about. The first topic is it's baseball World Series predictions. Sebastian, who do you think will make it to the World Series this year?
The NL is stacked in talent, but personally I think it's going to be Cardinals and Dodgers in the National League Finals, and I think the Cardinals are going to make it get to the World Series again. And from the East, not the East, sorry, the American League, it's going to be probably Angels, Royals, and I see the Royals making it again. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm going first. I have to disagree with you with one team. I do see the Cardinals making it into the World Series.
They're stacked with talent.
Yeah, they're very stacked with talent. But instead of the Royals, I'm thinking the Angels because they have a lot of young talent in Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper's on the Nationals.
I don't care.
I agree with you that the Cardinals are stacked, but I have to say that the Nationals are a better contender for the World Series because they have a much better pitching staff and they have good hitting. And then for the AL, I have the Angels because they're just stacked with everything.
Billy the Sport Sox. Okay, next up is Super Bowl contenders. Sebastian, who do you think is going to make it into the Super Bowl?
Well, last year the Seahawks made it, but now this year they're adding on an elite tight end in Jimmy Graham. So I think they can totally make it again with the new addition. It'll boost up them even more. So I say Seattle for the National League, and NFC, whatever. And for the AFC, I say Colts. They made it pretty far last year to the AFC finals and got eliminated by the Pats, but now with their new additions of Andre Johnson and Frank Gore, I believe they can surpass any team in the AFC.
Okay, those are very good team selections, but I'm gonna have to make my own selection of two teams from the NFC. I think for the NFC Championship, it's going to be the Packers, and
well, yeah, you're a Packers fan.
But the Packers have a ton of new talent in Demarius Randall, and they have returning talent in Randall Cobb. Demarius Randall. He was their rookie safety. He got drafted in the first round, and they have returning talent in Randall Cobb, Jordy Nelson, and Eddie Lacy. So I think that the Packers are going to be in the NFC Championship, along with, surprise, surprise, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have new quarterback talent in Jameis Winston, and new wide receiver talent in Mike Evans and Vincent Jackson. And their defense is actually not that bad.
Just subpar.
Yes.
But their coach is terrible. That's why they're
Their coach is not good. So that's why I think the Packers are going to prevail into the Super Bowl. And for the AFC, I see Colts Broncos a rematch, but this time it's going to go into overtime, and the Colts are going to win. It's going to be Colts and Packers. When Jack finishes, we're going to open the call line.
I agree with everything except the Buccaneers. And the Buccaneers are going to get last place.
Okay. So we have finished the call. We have a caller, Justin Johnson. Justin Johnson.
I go by JJ actually. Thank you very much.
What's up,
But
JJ?
you guys talking
How
about
you
the Colts and all these other weird AFC teams, but none of you have recognized the fact that the New England Patriots,
They lost the
despite losing Darrelle Revis, they still have
Brandon
Tom Brady. They still have arguably the best front seven in the AFC. So why are the Patriots not going to go back?
Because
to
I'll answer this. Because their best cornerback is Logan Ryan.
false? Not false.
And because
No, he's not better than
They're
him. He made one lucky play. I'm not lucky. Sorry, one good play.
And also that
He
we
gave up
also
a
think in
touchdown.
the divisional round, the Patriots will have will be the top seed. But
Well, actually,
unlike
Dolphins,
last year,
Dolphins.
no, the Patriots will be the top. I think the Patriots will be the top seed. And unlike last year when they defeated the Ravens, the Ravens will defeat them at home when last year they came so
If the
close.
Ravens win the first round of the playoffs, then they're going to the Super Bowl. That's what always happens. If they get out.
What about last year? They beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh,
no,
and then they
if
lost
they
to
win-
the Patriots
if they win-
in New England.
That's just last year, but like.
They're not.
If
No,
they-
I just stop talking. That's not. You're making up a false theory. That's not true.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
If they
nice.
win-
That's one time they did that.
Yeah, that's one
But
time.
that's gonna.
They
That's
beat
what
the
they
They beat the
do.
best team. They beat they beat one of the best teams in the AFC, the Denver Broncos. They were very underrated that year, 13-3. All right, we don't have much time, so we're going to go to the NBA draft.
NBA draft.
Notable picks.
I'll start.
Sebastian.
Justice Winslow, my man, dropping to number 10 to the Heat. I don't know how he dropped that far. He was gonna be a top 5 pick. I'm just happy that he got to the Heat. He'll thrive there.
I think that a smart pick for the Timberwolves had a very good pick in who they pick?
Carl Towns.
Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns was the first pick, and then the Cavs drafted Tyus Jones, a star out of
But
Duke.
traded him to the
But then they traded him to Minnesota, so I think that Minnesota is with Karl Anthony Towns
Thriving young talent.
and Tyus Jones that they will thrive
And Wiggins and
But-
and be better than they were last year.
Actually, you can't really say that the Timberwolves were smart because any team would have chosen Karl Anthony Towns in the first
Well, of course, because they have the first pick. But,
So they're not really
And-
smart. They just did who's the best.
all right.
And finally, to end this, Kristaps Porzingis. He got drafted number 4. I don't think that's a smart move for the Knicks, but they need, because Carmelo's getting older and they need to win now, and Kristaps is more of a project because he's really underweight for a guy who's 7'3". So I just don't think that was a smart trade. They should have gone with someone else. Like they should have just gone with like Kaminsky if they wanted a center or something.
I agree with Sebastian. That's all the time we have for STBJ.
Peace.
Come back next time where we talk about sports people don't care.